Hey, hang on, let me turn the car off. I've got lots to tell you. So, first of all, are we in agreement that there is a massive change, there's a massive boom, change, something happening in the world at the moment with Pilates? Now, I don't know if I'm a Pilates elder, but what I'm not is new to the game. I trained in, I think, 2011, which is a little while ago now. So I've been doing Pilates and teaching Pilates for a little while. And so I'm kind of one of those people. I'm in that group of people that have seen the rise in Pilates recently. I don't know, the last year, 2 years. Hard to put a timeline on, isn't it? But I'm one of those people that was here first, without sounding like a complete idiot. And I've seen, with affection and admiration, this rise in popularity of Pilates. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. That's so cool. So I'm kind of, first of all, I'm going to take it upon myself. I hope that's all right with you. I'm going to take it upon myself to investigate that a little bit further and kind of research it. And I feel excited about the rise in Pilates, but a little bit apprehensive as well. Like when something gets really, really popular, there's almost this sense of like, oh, I really hope we can do this well. I really hope we can look after it well and kind of be responsible Pilates. What's the word? What's the phrase? Like look after it. And I'm not talking about kind of like Pilates police style-esque, but just like how can we nurture this and kind of look after it and take it into its next step of its evolution with care. I don't want it to become something without depth and a super faddy thing. I'm so excited that more people are introduced to Pilates and it can only be a good thing. But I do feel like we're responsible. We kind of have to look after it a little bit in whatever way that may. And maybe that's not as deep as it needs to be. Just a simple like, what's the best way we can do this? What's the best way we can like nurture this super growing thing? In the same way that I suppose it probably happened with yoga, didn't it? Like in a very different sense, because it was ancient and spiritual, and then it's become popular and westernized. But like in a similar sense, almost like it had this really big increase in popularity. And how can we nurture that? So that's one thing I got to tell you. What else have I got to tell you? As part of that project, I'm going to document the whole thing and document my whole process into kind of investigating this and talking to different people about it and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be fun. If you're interested in keeping up with that, I'll do that on here and I'll do it on YouTube as well. And I want to go and visit lots of different places. I want to go to the original Pilates studio in New York, for example. I want to go see what's going on in Australia, because why is Australia such a hub of Pilates? It is, right? So I want to do that. Also, along the way, I'm going to create a space for us Pilates teachers, instructors, guides. I can't be bothered to do it every week. It's too much to do it every week. But I think once a month, I'm going to hold a little circle, a little gathering space. We can move together, so I'll just lead a class. So if you're another Pilates teacher, it's like, God damn, I never get to do my own classes. You've got access to a mat and a reformer. I'm going to hold that, so we meet once a month, we do a class together. I'm going to, hopefully, if I'm clever, I'm going to invite guests to come and maybe talk to us and chat to us about something that's interesting and useful for Pilates teachers. And then we'll also just have like a bit of a hangout space. We can kind of discuss stuff, we can help each other out. The elders can help the kind of rookies, the rookies can kind of inspire the elders, and I just want to create this kind of sharing space. Pilates teaching can be so often kind of isolating. There's not tons of like peer-to-peer stuff, I don't think. We don't get to kind of hang out much together and just in the same way that you would in an office. Do you know what I mean? We don't get that same kind of hanging out and learning by osmosis. So I'm going to create that. Like, you know, I'm not talking hours and hours and hours every month, but maybe like a couple of hours, an hour and a half, couple of hours, do a class together, have a little talk or a workshop, have a bit of a networky social discussion time. I'm going to kick that off sometime. I've been meaning to do it forever. If you're kind of interested in that, let me know. So I'm going to do that every month. I'm going to start I need to kind of reschedule my schedule. So at the moment I'm teaching like every day. So I'm going to try and reshuffle my schedule, consolidate my teaching time, so I've got a really good amount of time in my week to dedicate to this research and writing. I'm trying to write a book. There's loads of stuff that's been floating around my mind about this, and the time has come. The time has come to consolidate that all together. Sorry, I realise I've been looking out. I always do that when I sit in the car. I look out. I've not been looking at you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do a monthly meeting for Pilates teachers, and I'm going to document what's going on in the Pilates industry. Where's it come from? Where are we at now? What are the pitfalls? What's the best things? What does it mean culturally? What does it mean kind of from that kind of social science perspective? Why are we all obsessed with Pilates at the moment? Are we even all obsessed with Pilates? Is that just my kind of biased viewpoint? It's a really good matching. Me and my family have got this thing where we like have a thing where we notice, you know, when people wear the same things, like kind of like by accident. Often happens with like friends, they kind of end up wearing the same outfit, or couples. There's a really good one over there, 2 ladies with the same stripy top. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to. Just sharing for kind of accountability, I suppose, and keeping people posted. Also, I got my hair done today, so I just wanted to show that off. Okay, drop me a comment if you're a Pilates teacher and any of that sounds interesting at all. I'm going to do it anyway, but it'd be nice to have friends along the way. Any recommendations of where I should visit, who I should talk to, topics or thoughts about that kind of stuff? Anyway, that'll do. See you soon. Bye.